What is up, YouTube? Fanta here again, and I am going back to Sketchtown. That is right, because I actually have an OfferUp game find that I found on my own. Isn't that crazy? It's not the greatest deal in the world. It's actually pretty decent for what games are in it. I'm getting about 8 Super Nintendo games for 50 bucks, and I cannot wait to show you guys what I'm getting. Oh, you can see on the right of me right now, kind of a general, like you can kind of see the picture. It's kind of crappy photo, but I'm going to be meeting him at a Wendy's near where I work, which is a really, really crappy part of town. Like, the place that I met the other person in was just like a fancy, wonderful place compared to where I'm meeting this person. So, wish me luck.
No matter how hard you try, you will never be more epic than the Fable soundtrack. But this is close. Individually priced GameCube games, but for whatever reason, she put them all at $5. Some of these are junky shovelware, for sure. System not complete for $20. 29 games. You already know I asked her about buying everything at once, but she wanted $100, so I felt more comfortable picking and choosing. And Ribbit King, simply the GOAT game. If you've never played it, pick it up on PS2 or GameCube. Much cheaper on PS2. On GameCube, it's quite valuable. But it is the GOAT bizarre golf game. It reminds me a lot of Mario Golf, graphics-wise. Luigi's Mansion, the only one that's $10. Fair enough. It is a AAA title. And you already know we're not going to miss this 2 weeks in a row. Def Jam Fight for New York for $5. Checking the eBay prices on this bad boy. It's pretty amazing how expensive this random game is. Let us know in the comments section, please, why this game is going for $60 complete on the GameCube. 82 with this top-rated plus guy. So you already know I'm going to be picking that up. $5. It's cool. She posted little pictures showing that they work. Some decent games in here. A lot of them are worth $5, and some of them are not worth anywhere near $5. So $100 wasn't a good deal for me when I can just pick and choose 5 or 6 of these games that I wanted specifically. And I'll show you guys in the pickup recap, but I do have a bunch of empty GameCube cases. So let's head out and get these.
What is going on? OfferUp, pickup, rush hour traffic, of course, which I hate. I wish people wanted to meet at like noon, but obviously it's unrealistic with work and stuff. So rush hour traffic, heading to like a Mexican food place to pick up this GameCube lot. Ended up, I'm getting 7 discs for $25. I gave her 5 a piece essentially, and then on the bonus disc, I was like, it's part of the game, so can it just come for free? It comes with the other game. So several discs. Really, if the deal's going to be great or not is going to depend on the condition. But again, $25 is not a big deal. If it's not good, then it's $25. Who cares? I'm heading to this part of town anyway for something else for a dinner, so we'll see what we end up with. And we're heading to that Mexican food place right now to make the exchange.
What is going on, YouTube? White here, after the long winter, back here with Fanny Malik, who's the guy from Mr. Robot, or as I like to call it, Mr. Reddit.
I know. Okay, I know the show. I haven't seen it yet.
He just won an Emmy award
Really?
last night. Yeah, the first like Middle Eastern guy to win an Emmy or something. I don't know. It's kind of an edgy show. It's all
I
like,
didn't know he was Middle Eastern.
he's something with a name like Rami. I think he's Middle Eastern, but it's kind of an edgy show. It's not like Fight Club. If you ever saw it, it's all right. They got into the whole like I hate religion spill, kind of like they did in True Detective, and that got kind of like two 13-year-olds.
True Detective. Got
Oh, you don't remember Matthew McConaughey's
I never
character?
saw that.
Oh my God, Matthew McConaughey's character was the definition of edgy in that show.
Really?
But then at the end, he kind of like sees heaven or whatever. Spoiler alert! I don't want to spoil the show too much. But let's jump into the only good thing of the last 3 months, which has been OfferUp. We've each had some luck. Tell us about your first couple months on it.
So OfferUp for me hasn't paid off too much, and I know it has for you. Except for right now.
Right.
Craigslist actually has been helping me out lately.
Oh, that's where all your finds have been.
And thanks to one of our subscribers, actually, DD Games, has been like religiously sending me, because he wants to watch videos, but we don't have anything to put up because we haven't been able to find anything.
So he's just been
So
sending
he's
these links.
religiously looking at Craigslist for us, and he sent me stuff that's like 20 minutes old, like 30 minutes old, hour old.
Right.
Because whenever I go on Craigslist, like I check it maybe once, twice a day, but whenever I check it, it's like 6 hours old, and then I'll message them, and they'll be like, it's gone.
It's gone, anything good.
It's gone like that. This I actually caught at work. I was just checking because I was getting off pretty soon, so I checked OfferUp, and I saw this, and this was 4 minutes old when I saw it, and I jumped on it. At first, I wasn't sure that the $50 price tag was worth it.
Oh, that's what he was asking?
But after I looked at the games that were in the lot, I knew that even if I wanted to just keep one of those games and sell the rest, that game would have been paid for, and I'd be able to add it to my
So
collection.
it'd be like a free... The goal with collecting is, let's get a bunch of stuff, sell half of it, and keep half of it for
Exactly,
free.
because
That's
I
generally
own
the goal.
everything in here except for the one game that I really wanted,
Okay.
which isn't as worth as much as I thought it was going to be, but it's still worth quite a bit.
Okay. So
get that in a
you
second.
didn't offer him anything, you just paid the 50 he asked for?
I just did the 50.
Okay.
Because when you hit make an offer, it didn't like let you change it or anything.
No.
And I knew that this
They
guy
have
was
the two choices. The most annoying for me is when they just say make an offer and they don't have any like grounds.
Yeah.
So you want a low price, but you don't want to low ball them.
And I didn't want to ask. I don't want to kill time because I knew something like this is going to get snatched up like this. Because it's not a crazy deal, but it's still a great deal.
And it's kind of a sought after system. So are you gonna hop into that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that right away. So the first game, not worth too much. I don't know. Actually, I haven't looked this one up. Is Speedy Gonzales, Los Gatos Bandidos.
I have that back there somewhere as
Do
well.
you?
Yeah.
So I have never played this game. I've only seen it in your collection. And the backs of these are all pretty decent, but the front I just need to clean up a bit. I mean,
It's a little dusty.
Just a little dusty. I guess it was in a containment unit.
That's why, like, OfferUp, it's a lot of the stuff is straight out of the wild. It's not
Yeah.
just being resold. It's stuff straight from people's garages and houses still. So I don't
Exactly.
know why it doesn't go on Craigslist. It goes on to OfferUp, but the good, exciting finds have been on OfferUp for me.
Yes. And then most of these, like I said, yeah, they're just dusty, so all I have to do is just wipe them off. And look how perfect this label is.
Yeah, it's in good condition.
Super Mario World, right there, that's like 17 bucks. So I knew that's like almost half the lost value right there. Super Scope 6. I don't think this has any value at all. I don't know.
I don't believe so.
I
The
don't
gun
think so.
has some
I've seen
value
this
if you,
a lot.
if you can find the gun.
We found this game all the time, but I don't think we've ever found a Super Scope.
I don't think we have either. I found the sight on the top of it, but I don't think we've ever actually found the gun.
Really?
In the garage sale. Yeah.
And then at the bottom you can see the two
see the
reasons
quality,
why
yeah.
I bought it. Mortal Kombat for the Super Nintendo, that in itself is like a $7, $8 game. So that's cool.
Yeah, and these are all in great condition.
So far I own all these. We're not at the meat yet. I've kind of avoided that for a reason. Tasmania, we've seen this tons of times. Is this actually a good game?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Wasn't
try
really
it
a
out.
cartoon I watched at all.
No, me either. Pac-Man 2. What is it? The New Adventures. I'm not really sure what new adventures Pac-Man could go on.
Who knows?
He's eating different colored pellets this time.
Different ghosts.
I'm going to save the game I really want to keep for last. And then Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World. Not great condition, unfortunately.
great
right
find,
here,
though.
the top though. This game has actually dropped quite a bit in value.
Really? To what?
Some mint condition copies were going about $40.
Oh no, that's more than it. It used to be worth 30.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's great.
So in this condition, I could probably get 25 out of it.
I still remember the butthurt we got for buying that at a thrift store for like $2.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't you pay them eBay prices for it? Because it's a thrift store and
Yeah,
because they bought them at garage sales that morning.
Man, there's so many old videos that I constantly like get like a
We
notification
need to go just
on.
we need to
and
just go
they
like
hate
delete,
us.
just go delete the old videos because we've
No.
We've been better recently.
We don't want, because most of those old videos are very highly viewed.
Yeah, they're
So
unfortunately
just pull PewDiePie and delete disable comments.
Yeah.
I can see why he did it. I mean, I love reading your guys' comments, but the old
PewDiePie
videos are
deleted
cancer.
all comments
Disabled comments for everything.
for everything, so
For
there's
every
no
single
comments
video.
on any
It's just
videos.
like Total Biscuit. Total Biscuit did the
So
same
it's just
thing.
blank. You go to his videos.
It says
and
comments are disabled for this video.
Okay, I can't imagine having that many views and having thousands of comments a second. How could his notification bar even work?
I don't know. It'd just be like
Constant red.
9999.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I've always wondered what it would be
If
like
anything-
to have a big channel like that.
If anything, he deleted it probably because it's impossible to maintain. Or maybe
It would
it's
be. I would hire friends if I was making that kind of money and be like, hey, moderate.
even they
this.
wouldn't be able to do anything.
That's true. There's
I mean,
so
it just-
many. It's like
I remember in
super
2013 going to his video and refreshing the comments, and it would be like every like 30 seconds there would be another like 100 comments, and then his
That's
videos would get like
insane.
1 million views like that day. I still don't know how he
he
did
still gets millions and millions and millions. I don't know how.
And now he doesn't have to put up with the children.
He
that
doesn't
watch
have to
videos
put up
anymore,
anything,
so why not?
and he's getting paid. Anyway, let's get in the last game here. Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. I have not played any of these series. This is probably the least valuable out of the three,
It is, but it's still pretty.
but it's still Mega Man X.
Still has quite a bit of value. I know the X2 and the X3 have a ton of value.
Those are like $80 to $100 each. Those are crazy. I'm not sure why those are way more expensive.
Probably because a lot less people bought them because it came out later.
Probably, but Mega Man X. I've heard the X series is a great series, and I like Mega Man. I'm terrible at it. I'm gonna be honest, but
The first few on the NES were so difficult.
ugh,
But that's a great lot because like
Yeah.
those two Mario games will pay your $50. Like if you have good listings on eBay.
exactly.
So the rest of the games, and even the shovelware games of the lot, aren't really that shovelware. They're at least like licensed games from Nickelodeon shows and stuff.
Exactly.
It's not like Tiger Woods golf or anything. It's actual like shows.
Which is why, like I said, I hesitated for a couple seconds. It was like $50, but
I would offer you couldn't, but
$50.
I would offered 40. Like since he did just put it up to see if you would take it.
I would have, but he kept pressuring me. He's like, okay, well, are you gonna do one
Yeah,
for this
they
deal?
always
Because
do
I have
that.
a bunch of people.
And then they say there's other people who are trying to.
Which I mean, there could be,
There could have been. I mean,
but
that was a
that's a very
that
old
was a
sales
good
tactic.
deal, but not a great deal.
Yeah.
We'll jump into my find. I guess you got this what hour this morning?
This was not in the morning. This was 4 o'clock tonight.
Okay, so I guess I got my stuff before you then because I got this stuff about noon. First of all, so I sold my whole GameCube collection. You guys know about that from other videos. Getting to the end of it, I noticed just this big stack of junk cases. When these were just empty cases.
Now, you said you're starting your collection from scratch. Are you going to count these as new? Like a new part of your collection?
Probably not because these are not going to be complete in box.
Oh, you want complete in box?
Yeah, I'm not going to collect loose discs or anything. But as far as at least storing them, I noticed I had all of these games, which are just cases and manuals, and then no game.
So
Now,
store them
Super
there.
Mario Strikers, I'm going to give to you because you have this game loose disc, I believe.
Probably somewhere.
The rest
yeah.
of these are shovelware, shitty cases.
Red Faction's actually a pretty cool game.
Well, they're cases that they're not going to be like valuable games.
That's
like
true.
Shadow the Hedgehog, not a valuable game. So I'm going to use these cases for these games I'm about to get. But 2 or 3 days after I noticed this, I get on to OfferUp, and you guys saw the footage. $5 for every single GameCube game she had,
That's
and a
crazy.
bunch of them $5 was way too high. They were like terrible loose cart or loose disc shovelware games.
Yeah.
But some of these were absolutely incredibly valuable games at $5 a piece. And normally the rule of thumb when you see individual prices on games on OfferUp or Craigslist, turn around 360
Yeah.
and walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in this situation,
360.
it's an old,
Yeah, yeah.
joke about why you call an Xbox 360 because you turn 360 degrees and walk away. It's funny. It's funny if you think about it. But anyway, I got all these games. I got all of them for $25, and it ends up being, I think it's 7 disc, or no, maybe it's 6 disc. But she gave me Luigi's Mansion for $5, and she gave me the bonus disc for free, which was the first thing I asked her about.
So jumping into...
What was the bonus?
I'll show you
disc
right
on
now.
that again? I completely forgot.
We'll start with that. The GOAT sports game. The GOAT. I've been looking for it forever.
What is this?
Since I've been collecting GameCube. Ribbit King. It is the funnest, dumb Mario Golf-esque game where you basically hit frogs with a hammer on like a golf course. Not like smash them. It's like a silly anime. You hit frogs.
I think we need to do a gameplay.
They launch onto a golf course, and you try to get them into certain zones, and you can land them near flies, and you can get points. Anyway, this came out on, I believe, PS2 and GameCube, but the GameCube one has a ton of value. If this was complete in box in this condition, this would be a $60 game.
Damn.
So disc only, and I mean, all of these games are just fantastic.
That's why I was wondering if you're gonna keep them, because they're beautiful.
The condition is superb.
I'm surprised. How did they store these games? Did they just keep them in bags?
I hope they didn't keep them in bags. It's funny that they're in good condition, but they were dumb enough to throw away the cases when they got the games.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Or I don't know if they bought them secondhand, but the bonus disc is also there, and both are just fantastic condition. So
wow.
This is one of those games, as you said, where I'll probably find the case only on eBay and fork up some money and then have this game like perfect condition.
This will be your first game for your GameCube collection?
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'll bring over the Elgato someday if you have time, and we
need to do a crazy gameplay of that. Second on the list, also for $5, Luigi's Mansion.
That's a great game.
It's one of the few games in my GameCube collection I was not able to sell. It's still sitting there, complete in box. But then once again, this is great condition.
I'm surprised that game's...
It's a popular title, but it does seem to have crashed.
Really?
As far as demand, the last 2 or 3 years at least. I don't know if the 3DS version kind of
I feel like that
gave people out. Maybe, or maybe the opposite. Maybe people were like, well, if I want to play Luigi's Mansion, I can now do it on my handheld. But always a north of a $20 game. This is a very bizarre game.
I remember seeing that on the original Xbox.
That's where I played it. Dr. Muto. Weird, quirky, like Cartoon Network-y dialogue. And some pretty funny cutscenes, if I remember correctly. And it's kind of a third-person Ratchet and Clank type game.
Yeah.
Remember, you go around and you zap.
It's like a very dark version.
Yeah, exactly. You go around and you have like a zapper gun. You zap zombies and stuff, and you collect their body parts. So very macabre, very creepy. But at $5 and in this condition, couldn't pass it up.
There were a lot of very macabre games in the original Xbox.
Utterly macabre.
Utterly macabre games for the original Xbox. Like Brute Force was kind of.
Brute Force was pretty creepy when you think about it.
I guess Turok was in all of them. I don't know. I just associate a lot of the dark games to the Xbox because that's just
the first Halo when the Flood first came in.
The Halo, yeah, Halo was definitely
one of the scariest levels in history because you don't expect it to be playing a survival horror, and then all of a sudden these zombies and stuff are coming out.
It was creepy as a kid. I didn't like it.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is I guess a port of the Dreamcast. Sonic Adventure 2. I never quite figured out exactly what this game. It had some Game Boy Advance connectivity.
Did it?
Also in great condition. And the GameCube game, Sonic Adventure 2, Dreamcast is a valuable one. You want to keep an eye out for that. The original one. And then, kind of a...
Fight for NY. Now, is that expensive on the GameCube and PS2?
Yes. Kind of a fun game to get because me and you missed it the other day.
We've missed it, I think...
a few times. But the other day, I noticed right away, it wasn't like subscribers. The game is Death Jam Fight for New York, which is, for whatever weird reason, a very valuable game.
How much is it for the GameCube?
I saw complete listings going for $60 as well. So disc only probably...
That's insane.
Whatever, $30, maybe $40 in this condition. But yeah, we missed out a garage sale. And I was watching the footage editing the video to put it up, and I'm like, why did we not get that game? We were looking at shovelware games on GameCube, and we just left Def Jam Fight for New York. I think it was on Xbox. We just left it down there on the table and walked away. And thank God I noticed it before the subscribers did.
Our eyes just filter out Xbox and filter out PlayStation.
I filter out Def Jam games because I don't know. I played the first one a lot. It was okay, but I don't know why Fight for New York is so valuable. Leave a comment if you know why. Is it rare, or is there some sort of gamelplay element that...
I don't know. I didn't even know Def Jam was a game until recently.
I played the first one when it first came out a lot. It's like a wrestling game, but I believe you had guns and stuff because you were like rappers. It was fun. It was like silly, but I played it a lot in middle school when I was going through that kind of edgy rapper phase. So that is it for our finds. Jump into whatever it is you have to plug.
So... Everyone seemed to have misinterpreted, I don't know who's still sticking around, But everybody seemed to misinterpret what I was going to do with these. Everyone's like, don't destroy them.
Oh.
Why are you just destroying
Misinterpreted?
them?
Didn't you say you were throwing them in the trash can?
I'm not throwing these in the trash can. These are going towards a new series that's going to be on Fantavision called the Shovelware Show.
Right. But then you said after you're going to throw them
So
out.
I'm going to review these, and depending on how terrible they are, we'll decide on their fate. You know how like sometimes the Angry Video Game Nerd will like shoot a game with like an arrow, set it on fire, blow it up, that kind of thing. We're going to get really creative with what we do with these games.
So we are going to destroy them.
Okay. A lot of them, yeah. But
that's what everyone got butthurt about because
they'll still be entertainment value. NHL 2002 for the Game Boy. Really? Like you care? I don't understand.
Maybe there's someone from Canada that cares.
And then I did get some stuff at the garage sale, but we're saving these for future videos. That's why you didn't
For our next
see
yard sale game hunting video.
Exactly. Hopefully that comes sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But the 3 games I got from that really crappy yard sale that had everything for $1.
Oh yeah, you got to show that footage. I don't want to talk too much about it. I'll save it for your video.
We'll save it for that video.
It's one of those sales where they advertise everything as only $1, and then.
Didn't you have some rant you wanted to talk about? Kind of. You told me like you're kind of angry about something.
No.
Game hunting wise. No.
No, that was the rant.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna enjoy it, chime in.
Your problems.
Okay.
Happily, I was at work, so I am getting paid overtime, so I didn't get.
I got a lot of
anything
overtime
that day. So we'll be back yard sale game hunting, and I'm hoping by October I'll have this collection mostly out of fair, so we can start the $1 collection. Because October, of course, is going to be the best chance to springboard with that $1 bill. I can't imagine trying to do that in February or something. We wouldn't find anything for $1. So that's it. Leave a thumbs up for more game hunting content. We will be back a lot more. Summer's over. We'll be back a lot more.
Summer's
game
over.
hunting.
High heat is over.
Yes.
So hopefully the fun.
Good game hunting is a couple weeks away in October, and then as we get into the holiday season, day one buys are going to start coming up as we get close to Black Friday. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and we are out. Later.